Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as those men that preach and teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to all the Akim and the few Akwath that may be listening. This is your brother Bataka La Yahweh from the GMS camp in Chicago, coming back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And today I just wanted to do a quick in transit on my way back from the plantation. I had a conversation with somebody while I was at work today, man, and it really made me think. And, you know, of course we already know this, but, man, these people, they really out here are, they believe in everything Esau says, man, wholeheartedly and all the way across the board. You still got people that think that Yahweh Shai, who they refer to as JC, was an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? You still got people that really believe that Esau really is the original European. And you know, the elders in New York, they did a video the other day, probably 2 days ago, going into Esau's real past as, you know, wild men. And you know, things like the werewolf and all of these things, all of the Bigfoot, all of this is just a alluding to Esau. Stories made up, but really they about Esau and how he was living during the time of the Dark Ages after the Roman Empire fell, from about 500 or 400 AD to about 1450 AD. Around that time when the Renaissance started, Esau was living like a damn animal, and that's where all those stories come from. And the book of Job speaks about it, and roughly paraphrasing says that Job wouldn't even allow the fathers of Esau to be with his dogs because they're, you know, we know the despicable things Esau likes to do with animals. We don't got to get into details about that, but like I said, these people, they really believe everything Esau says, man. And the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge be the stability of our time, man. And, you know, when you really start talking to these people that are in the world, Jake and heathens alike, man, when you really start getting to talking to these people, man, you really understand why the scriptures say that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really a true blessing to be able to have any type of understanding when it comes to the scriptures, because it will give you an understanding of what's coming next, especially when you are, you know, have the privilege to learn from the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, who are the first and foremost forerunners when it comes to the information about these scriptures. But when you're learning from them, man, you really have an opportunity to grasp what's coming, not just what's coming, but what's happened in the past, and, you know, be able to put all that information together as it pertains to what's going on. You know, the scriptures say line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. And just like you use that to get understandings of the scriptures, you can use that with the scriptures to get understandings of where this place has been and where this place is going in the coming future, in the near future, when Yahweh Shai comes back. Okay, now, like I said, it's important, in my opinion. This is just me speaking as a man. I'm not saying it's doctrine or not or anything, but I do believe that it's important to have conversations with people in the world. Not to I mean, you can learn something from everybody, of course, but as far as what I'm saying now, you know, just to really, you can really examine yourself and examine the blessings and the things that you've been given to, you know what I'm saying, the things the Lord has given you, when you speak to these people in the world, and see how off and far gone they are, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these people are talking about how, you know, if you invest in this certain thing, you know, you'll take a loss in this year, but in 3 years it's gonna blow up. And, you know, these people don't understand that in 3 years ain't gonna be none of this going on, man. Lord willing, this society and this country and this whole global endeavor that Esau has going on gets destroyed inside of that time. But even if it didn't, the way that Esau, in the direction that Esau is going, and you know, if everything worked out in his favor and he was never stopped, which is not going to happen, and of course the Lord is going to allow him to see his enterprise all the way through, and then like the scriptures say, you know, right as he fills his belly, he's going to vomit everything up, roughly paraphrasing. But when Esau, the place that Esau is trying to go is a place where regular citizens that are outside of the ruling elite class don't own any property, don't have any finances, don't have anything except what the government gives them. So for you to be talking about investments that's supposed to pan out in 3 to 5 years, first of all, ain't no 3 to 5 years for this society anyway. But second of all, even if it was, in 3 to 5 years, you're not going to own any property and you're going to be happy about it, according to Klaus Schwab. But these people, they don't understand that, man. They so worried about shit that don't matter that they not paying attention to none of this stuff, man. And it's going to catch them all unawares. And that's why the time of Jacob's trouble, or part of the reason of why the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be so hectic and so wild, because these people are going to just be in a state of shock, man, a perpetual state of shock once things start going bad for real. Like, things are already going bad right now, but you know, it's still bread and circus and things like that. You know, we still in that time where, you know, they say peace and safety, but soon enough that sudden destruction is going to come. And Elder Malcolm said yesterday at the Passover service that, you know, the day that things go bad is going to be just like a regular day. It's going to be just like any other day. When the day starts, people are going to wake up in the morning, do things the way that they think they're going to do things, and go about their day how they think they're going to go about their day. And then all of a sudden, shit ain't going to be the same no more. All of a sudden, everything is going to break, and things are going to go crazy and go left. And that's how it always happens. Like I said, and really like the scripture said, you know, the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night, man. It's not going to be something that you know is coming. Now, of course, the watchers will look at the signs of the times and know that we in the season where we getting close, but nobody knows the exact day when it's coming. And all these people that are in the world are definitely going to get caught off guard, because they really think that this shit is going to keep going on forever, man. You know, and just me personally, you know, when I think about that day and, you know, just imagining how the day would happen, you know, I feel like, and this is just me speaking as a man once again, when Esau gets his little enterprise off and he gets to the finish line of his agenda, I feel like Esau's going to think that he going to have like a nice little celebration, like some 4th of July type of celebration to establish his society. Everybody gonna be at the ball game or be doing some type of celebratory act, and the Lord gonna come and crack them clouds, man. Well, first the nukes are gonna come, and then the Lord is gonna come crack them clouds. Now, of course, you know, that's probably not gonna happen like that. That's just me thinking, you know, in a poetic type of way, or thinking in a different kind of way. But because, you know, the Lord is going to crack them clouds when the nukes get sent, and there ain't going to be nobody partying once that happens. But at the end of the day, that's still going to be the mindset when this Jacob's trouble happens. You know, people going to be at the ball game. People going to be having a good time. People going to be doing what they want to do and thinking that everything is kosher, man. And then things going to go bad for them, and it's not going to be good for the rest of time. And really, or for the rest of the time that this society got, Salakia. But really, like I said, it's going to be, well, Salakia, like I said, we've been going on that path, and things have already been are so bad and beyond repair. People just don't know, because we've been past the point of things ain't going to get better no more. Things are only going to continue to progressively get worse. We've been past that point for over a decade now, really. You know what I'm saying? For multiple decades, because things have been consistently getting worse for this country, really ever since World War II finished. You know, that was their last hurrah, so to speak. And then, you know, when the Elder Abba Bivens got out on these streets in the late 50s or the 60s, Salakia for not knowing the exact year, I believe it was in the 60s though, But once the Elder Albert Bivens got out on the street and really, and the Lord allowed the truth to start coming out, it's just been really spiraling down fast. But, you know, Esau's last hurrah really was World War II, man. All of his empires got broken up. The British Empire got broken up. You know what I'm saying? The United States started losing pretty much every engagement that they got into after World War II happened. They lost in Vietnam. I mean, I would call what happened in Afghanistan a loss, because all the money and lives that they lost for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They was able to go in Iraq and do whatever they want, but if you count that as a part of the Afghanistan campaign, a loss. I mean, they're not coming out on top no more, man. Because if they were coming out on top, because Esau's whole point of going to war is to get finances. If they was going, if America really was coming out on top, it wouldn't be no debt. Based on all the shit they've been doing to people. They've been telling you that they doing this and doing that for American security, but the integrity of America has been falling ever since the end of World War II, man. The debt's been going up ever since they took the gold or the money off the gold standard. That shit ain't been going down, no matter how many places that they conquer, and no matter how many people they put under subjection. Okay, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, death, you know, these devils are like death, and death is insatiable. You can't satisfy it, and that's what's happening here, man. This place is these people are unsatisfiable, and the place is unsatisfiable. And really, Esau never created America to last forever anyway. What they want to last forever is their little enterprise that they got, that they about to have jumping off. This Charagma based system, if you will. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Lord got something else to say about that. But I mean, it really, like I said, when you really speak with these people, man, you really start to gain an understanding on why things are going to be the way they're going to be, and more importantly, you really gain an understanding on the blessing that it is for you to be able to understand. And I'm not talking about understand like on the level of one of these truthers or something like that, because they don't even truly understand. I'm talking about the full understanding through the scriptures and through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, man. Because all of these preppers, they know what will happen on a carnal level, but they still think it's a way that they're going to weasel up out of this, man. They still think that it's something that they can do that will help save their great America, and it's not going to happen, man. But see, when you have a understanding of these scriptures, you know that this place has to be destroyed, and you look forward to this place being destroyed, because nothing but wickedness comes out of here. And you also understand that, you know, for the greatness and the beauty of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's kingdom to come into fruition, this place got to be destroyed first. Okay, a sacrifice got to be made first. And that's where all you 2/3 and you heathens come in, man. And Lord willing, I'm not of that number, and I be of the 1/3 and the elect, because it ain't going to be a pretty sight as far as the sacrifice that you 2/3 and you heathens are going to be a part of, man. It ain't going to be pretty, you know. But these are all things that got to happen for the kingdom to come into fruition. You know, there is no such thing as something for nothing in this world, man. Everything is based off of equivalent exchange. You know, you got to give something to get something. You ain't just going to be able to just pull things out of thin air, man. And so the kingdom, you know, some gotta, you 2/3 got to be sacrificed, not just for the kingdom, but to clean the earth so that the earth can be ready for the kingdom, man. First and foremost, man. And see, all of these, because Esau has depleted the planet, man. When this earth gets replenished, and when it gets cleaned up with the fires of the Lord through these ICBM missiles, when that happens, man, it's going to replenish the earth. It's going to reestablish minerals in the ground. It's going to clean the land. It's going to clean all of that. And the scriptures even say that a land cannot be cleansed of bloodshed except by the one that shed the blood, roughly paraphrasing, except for with the blood of him that shed the blood. Roughly paraphrasing, Salakia. You know, I'm driving, I can't get the precept out. But basically, this place ain't, the planet Earth is never going to be clean until Esau's blood is spilled on the earth to clean it, because of all the blood that he spilled of, first and foremost, and most importantly, the children of Israel, northern and southern kingdom alike. But shit, Esau done laid down a bunch of heathens, a bunch of his own people. Esau don't give a shit, man. Esau just laying everything down, animals, all of that. And his blood has to be spilled to clean that up, to reestablish a new replenished earth. Okay? But once again, you don't understand that all these things are need to happen if you don't read the scriptures, man. All right? Just like in the days before the flood, man. That's how it is now. The scriptures say that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. You know what I'm saying? These people are still getting married, still going out to the club, still going to the ball game, still doing everything like everything is cool, man. And having a laissez-faire attitude about Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And you know, of course, these heathens are going to have a laissez-faire attitude about it. They heathens. But you jakes, man, you really, y'all really got to really self-reevaluate yourself. And if you, you know, if you hear this video or any other video from the men of the Lord, man, you need to count it as a blessing and pray to the Lord that, you know, you're allowed to hear, understand, and apply this message to the best of your ability, so that, Lord willing, you can be saved, man, because the Lord didn't spare too many people when the flood came, man. And although more people than just, because only 8 people survived the flood, only 8 people survived the flood. And, you know, of course, more people are going to survive this time, because 1/3 of Israel and 144,000 elect are going to survive. But even with that being said, all of those people that wasn't a part of Noah's family that didn't make it, the Lord didn't spare no cost in taking them niggas out, animals included, man. Okay, like, with the exception of the animals that made it on the ark, the Lord didn't spare no expense fucking them niggas up, man. Everybody. And that's what's gonna happen to those that don't get beamed up in the chariot, man. The Lord is not going to spare no expenses. Ain't going to be no excuses. And that's to me first and foremost, man. Ain't going to be none of that, man, because see, they done taught you. And see, this goes back to what I originally said. These people believe what Esau is telling them, man. Esau done gave you this JC doctrine that come with a spirit of uncountability, as the brother Murph would say, with a spirit of effeminism, a feminine spirit, to where you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, and the Lord is not going to hold you accountable for that, because he's supposed to love everybody according to Esau. Okay? But guess what? That's not how it is, man. The Lord ain't gonna feel bad for none of you niggas, man. The Lord ain't gonna be making no deals. The Lord ain't gonna be having no conversations or asking nobody's opinion. Whatever is decided is what's gonna happen, man. And you know, see, the only time people really, especially you jakes, the only time you really face these type of situations, man, especially at least on a carnal level, is when you dealing with the damn court system, or dealing with Esau's court system. And see, it's a part of a reason, you know, that's one of the reasons why they don't stress, or they push this unaccountability JC doctrine, especially on Jake, is so that they can ensnare you and entrap you in their prison industrial complex. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, man, just like when you go into that courtroom and they not trying to hear shit you talking about, that's how the Lord coming, except he really coming with something that's way worse than just having to sit down for some years, or even if you had to get put to death by the state for something that you did. The way the Lord about to start putting niggas to death is far worse than anything that this Edomite can do, man. The scriptures outline that thoroughly, man. All right. I'm roughly paraphrasing, the scriptures say, fear not he who can kill the body, but fear he who can kill both body and spirit. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. And that's what the Lord getting ready to come do, man. And then you got to also take into account that, yeah, you're going to die a painful death by pain on this side. You're going to dwell in torments on this side. But you also got to take into account that you're going to go to the kingdom and your head is going to be in the dirt. All right? You're going to be a head down forever type of nigga in the kingdom, man. And I don't want to be like that, man. I don't want death by pain, first and foremost. But after that, I don't want to have to carry the shame of knowing that I didn't give a fuck, man. Of knowing that I didn't do what I had to do to get what I needed to get, man. That's a heavy burden. But you know, Lord willing, man, you know, the elders, apostles on down, all the men of GMS sincere, and all the sincere brothers and sisters that's really preaching this doctrine in truth and in sincerity, doing what they supposed to do. Lord willing, every one of them can get salvation and get mercy from the Lord, man, because it ain't no joke out here what's finna get ready to go down. And like I said, it's not, it would be unwise to set yourself up to have to deal with it, man, especially if you're hearing this message. But that's all, you know. With that being said, I'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakak. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and the men of great millstone, as well as the men that preach and teach the likewise doctrine. To all the Akim and the few Akwath that are listening, Shalom. Lord willing, I'll be back at you with another video. Shalom. Till next time.